Welcome back. We are realizing just how much Crossbell is a city as we do the rounds here in the Harbour District. Oh, the ferry is here to Michelin Wonderland. How lovely. Right, so let's see about Hayway first then. Who we got here? Hayway member. Why, it's a pleasure to see you, SSS. My heartfelt congratulations on Crossbell regaining its independence. Though we may not hail from Crossbell, our history here is obviously long. We're as pleased as anyone to see this day come. Oh, indeed. Greetings, Special Support Section. I don't see Xiao anywhere around. Is he not here? Am I saying that correctly? I've forgotten how to pronounce that. I do apologize. Correct, Master Xiao is currently away on business. Crossbell's re-independence means that Hayway's branches and communications will have to be restructured. Master Jin has returned to the Republic with the Elder's blessing. Oh. Good to know Hayway has its hands full at the moment. Indeed. Seeing you reminds me that Master Jin has a message he would like to pass along. I apologize I could not deliver this message in person, my dear Ellie. Of course it's about Ellie. Who else would it be about? Congratulations on Crossbell's re-independence. It would bring me great pleasure to arrange a party in your and Crossbell's honor at a later date. That was all. I would appreciate it if you could pass along the Master's message to Miss McDowell when you can. Geez, that little guy is just as head over heels for her as ever. Indeed. Thanks, Lau. I'll be sure to, let her know. I'm glad I could pass along Master Jin's message before the signing ceremony. Please give my regards to Miss McDowell. Yep, same again then. Interesting. I expected more people to be around, but no. Ah, the familiar picture of that path. Does anybody know what that picture is? You never know. It's worth asking. Could be a famous piece of art for all I know. Spencer. I'd like to use the signing ceremony as an excuse to relax, but time is money, friend, and being a businessman means money comes first. Razel is running late after hanging with his old pals. He's been working pretty hard lately, so I'll overlook it this time. Look at Bishop there, running around. Let's catch him if we can. Ah, I missed him. That's fine. He's my protege, so I'm going to show him what real work ethic looks like. I'm going to try to work on securing at least one more contract until Azel gets here. Ah, quick, Bishop. We should be able to catch you if we stay here. There we go. Today is going to go down in history. There are so many events scheduled. Some couples even decided to hold their wedding ceremonies today. That means I'm going to be crazy busy delivering things like presents and congratulatory messages all day. Yeah, you're going to be busy. As usual. So I'm going to have to ask you to stay out of my way. Well, I'm in your way. I'm crazy busy today, but I can't help but love the buzz in the city. Alright, time to get back to delivering these packages. Good luck, mate. We'll stay out your way now. Hey, it's you. Want the usual? The usual, you say? Could be good. Sorry, not this time. I was just stopping by on part of my patrol. So, this is where that Koki fellow from the old Saber Vipers took up work, eh? This ramen stand always was so popular. You become a regular here, Lloyd? Yeah, I didn't used to have enough time, but I've been swinging by a lot in the last few months. Azel tells me that Guy used to be a regular too. I'm not one to pry into the past of my customers. I just couldn't help but remember another brown-haired detective you bear a striking resemblance to. And for the record, your usual flavor, type of noodle, oil, and even toppings match his nearly entirely. You don't say? Well, that's something. As if you needed more ways to remind people of your brother. Indeed. If you're looking for Koki, he's off meeting with some old pals of his. Nah, I've already seen him, don't worry about it, mate. I got up to plenty of nonsense when I was a young man myself. Aging is just as important to all of us as it is to noodles. Oh. Let's buy some ramen. We're down to 390 monies. Mirrors. Oi, oi! Today is a landmark moment in Crossbell's history, which is precisely why it calls for heavy security. We expect both Erebonian and Calvadian nationals to attend the signing ceremony. There haven't been any signs of terrorist activity, fortunately, but that's no reason to let our guards down. Well, now I'm worried something's gonna happen. Oh. Right. I'd heard that Radio Trista took over this building after the Imperial Chronicles station left. Imperial Chronicle Radio was the name, I think. It was basically a propaganda machine. Can't say it had many fans. Radio Trista, on the other hand, has been genuinely popular. Good for Trista. Well, Radio Trista. I'd imagine. I've heard they're known for their radio dramas. They're newcomers to the game, but I can see them gaining a pretty loyal following. Oh yes, oh yes. Right, so, here we go. Know-it-all old man. My boy's improved quite a bit. At this rate, he'll be an even better Mishy than I've been. Wait a minute. Now I can focus on just rehabilitating this darn hip of mine. Wait, could this guy be... Yeah, this is what I'm thinking, Lloyd. He looks like the one Tio and I ran into in the locker room a few years ago. Is something wrong, Lloyd? I love this kind of stuff. This is why I go around and speak to the NPCs, because there's so many little developments with the smallest characters, like this guy, who was the previous Mishy, I assume, that we saw in... Was that in Zero or Azure? The two just blur into one story for me, so someone remind me there. But yeah, that quest we did. Now we actually see how far he's come. It's great. Oh, sorry, it's nothing. You seemed pretty deep in thought there, having yourself a raunchy daydream. Why do you assume it's raunchy? Why? Look at the way he tilts his head. That's perfect form. I guess it runs in the family. Yes, I bet. I bet it does, mate.
Look, even Mishy's celebrating with us.
I wonder if they staged some kind of Michelin event here for today.
Ooh, let's go say hi.
Oh, we will. I'm going to have the time of my life at the theme park. The fact that you can enjoy it even alone is what makes Michelin Wonderland so awesome. Oh my. I get to go on a date to Michelin with my girlfriend on a special day like this. I couldn't be any happier. We're not tourists, but we couldn't pass up the opportunity to visit the theme park on a day like this. We're really gonna cut loose. Footloose. The theme park is great and all, but I'm looking forward to shopping at the Michelin Center. I'm going to have myself a shopping spree. Oh. I love Mishy, but Mecha Mishy is where it's at. I mean, who doesn't think mechs are cool? Miss Schneider is such a cool name. My family is looking forward to one thing or another, but personally, I'm most excited for Restaurant Fortuna. I can't wait to sample their drink menu. Oh. Hello. The cruise ship heading for Michelin Wonderland will be departing shortly. There will be an encore of the post-signing ceremony shown at the theme park as well. There will also be a special daytime parade and fireworks, so it's sure to be a lot of fun. Daytime fireworks? Well, if you've got them. The Michelin Wonderland cruise ship will be departing shortly. No need to rush. Take your time getting on board. Right, Mishy, mate. I hear today is a very special day. We'll be holding a mini show after the ceremony, so be sure to stop by. That sounds like it could be fun. It's been so long since I've seen Mishy in the fur. It takes me back to my days of lonely housewives inviting me to Michelin for scandalous rendezvous. Even what you associate Mishy with is corrupt. You're the worst. Nothing could corrupt your fun when you're at Michelin Wonderland. Mishy is the consummate professional. We'll be holding a mini show here after the ceremony, so please come watch. After that, let's all go to Michelin Wonderland and play until the sun goes down. same again. Right, let's check the usual spot around the corner here. Righto. Here we go. Fine. Fishing controls, number 1. Press X when the arrow is pointing at the bar.
A bite.
Great!
This'll be good.
Fishing controls 2. Hold down X to reel in the fish. Watch the fish and let go of the button when needed. So pretty much the same as what we had in Cold Steel towards the end then. In terms of gameplay mechanics there.
It's a nice catch.
It's giving me an itchy head. Ugh, fishing. I do not like fishing. Anyway. So, CNS and then the bank. I think that's it. So, let's start here then. The weather is perfect today. That should mean lots of great photos for the paper. Yeah, that is actually convenient. All of my reporters are raring to cover today's events. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't excited to see what sort of articles they turn in once this is all said and done. Ooh. That seems to be the same again. Righto. Remember when we used to go behind the desk and it really upset her? Greetings, SSS. Welcome to the one and only Crossbell Times. Today's the big day everyone has been waiting for. The signing ceremony. Journalists from nearby countries have come to cover it. So many visitors keep dropping by here. It's hard to find time to breathe. Seems to be the same again. Time to breathe, yep. Excuse me, Lloyd. Regular visitors aren't allowed to visit the editorial section. This has been going on for years now. I've warned you. It's nothing personal. I promise. Right. Of course, my mistake. Sorry about that. Right, okay, let's head in here now then. Oh, good to see you, SSS. We're busy as can be getting that special edition ready. Grace and Rains are out covering the signing ceremony as we speak. I see. Certainly sounds like you all have your hands full. She looked like she was arguing about something over at the train station. But I'll keep that to myself for now. Oh yeah, you guys know Nielsen, don't you? Oh yes. Even now, he's always out on the beat. But he took the time to send over a congratulatory telegram. I thought it was a nice thing of him to do. Not just from one journalist to another, but also on a personal level. Marcel Nielsen. He was the blind reporter I met during the Azure Tree incident. That is awfully kind of him to do for someone who's so world famous. Oh, I just remembered. A cameraman from the Imperial Chronicle is supposed to be coming to cover the ceremony today. Edibonia sure seems to have a lot of promising up-and-coming talent. I can't wait to see what they put out. Is that the same now? Yeah. Right. So, over to the bank. I'm assuming it's the bank. That's how I remember it from the Crossbell. Yep. I was going to say from the Crossbell Arc, but it became the Rhineford Building in Cold Steel. You kids are from the SSS, aren't you? You're even patrolling on a day like today? Thanks for everything that you do. This had been a Rhineford headquarters, but it will soon be the new IBC Building. The Verne Company from Calvert will also be establishing a branch here. Things will be livelier than ever. For the record, the IBC's current CEO is Erebonian, but it's looking like there will be a changing of the guard. They weren't a bad leader or anything, but the company felt like it was time for a change, given the international climate. Sensible. Something I am liking here is, even though it still says IBC International Banker Crossbell all over the place here, you do have some elements of it being Rhineford here and there. That actually makes sense. You see that kind of thing in real life when places get taken over. There's elements of what the building used to be. I think the most you see that here in the UK is stations, really. They become different buildings now, but they still have like the station logos on the side or the company logo that ran the trains at that point in time. Like here, you can see it says Rhineford Group Crossbell Office. It's like, that's not it anymore. Rhineford Group Crossbell Office. And then the floors. Huh. The sign hasn't changed since this was still the Rhineford building. Looks like they're not done renovating it. I like they even mention it. This attention to detail is why I love this series. I'm sure they have plenty to do in the last 6 months. There will probably be a grand reopening eventually. Oh, I do hope so, and I hope we will be there for it. Hello, Agate. Okay. Who do I see over there next to Tita? With ownership of the building now being transferred back to the IBC, the Rhineford Company will no longer be doing security. That explains why Agate isn't over there on the chairs as well. Yep. But you know, after living here for a while, I've become quite fond of Crossbell. I'm conflicted. I'm not sure if I want to quit so I can stay here or not. Give it some thought, mate. Give it some proper thought. No reason you can't stay here. I'm visiting the IBC today in hopes of negotiating a new business loan. I'm sure this continent's turmoil won't be calming down anytime soon. I think I made the correct choice in starting a new business rather than build on past failures. Oh yes, good luck, mate. I understand the risks, but this is far more satisfying than continuing to play the money game. Satisfying in that it's new and also helps me give back to Crossbell's economy. Good luck to you, mate. There's no thing on display at all. Exhibition TBD. Oh. I'm happy about Crossbell's independence, but I'll sure miss living here. Rhineford pulling out means I'll be transferred back to the corporate HQ in Rua, you see. Wish it didn't make me feel so blue. Dubbity-dubbity. That's the same again. I'm blue dubbity-dubbity. Right. The Rhineford Company will be reducing its presence in Crossbell going forward. But that doesn't mean it's completely pulling out. I will continue being the receptionist here for one. Pardon me, but between you and me, that woman in the lab coat is rather loud. Yeah, I imagine so, especially with Agate around. She's been particularly harsh on that red-haired man. I suppose not all researchers are built for decorum. In the forum. Oh, well if it isn't the special support section, Lanfei! What brings you to the IBC today? Hey there. And no special reason, Lanfei. Oh, I just noticed the countersign really does say IBC again. That it does. We had it changed just the other day. Ownership of the building has technically been under the IBCs again for some time now. But we've had so many new businesses moving in, the actual construction has been stalled till things are more finalized. That's why you still see the RF logo all over the place. I genuinely like this explanation. It makes sense. We're likely going to see a lot of personnel changes as well. I'm back again, as you can see, so we just need to be patient. I've been hearing about how chaotic it's been from Ellie. I'm sure it's causing you no shortage of headaches. Maybe, but all these changes are a sign that Crossbell is truly going to be independent. It's a happy headache. A happy headache, okay. Here's hoping we'll be able to forge an excellent partnership with the Rhineford Company as the years go on. Hello and welcome to the IBC's main reception desk. I still can't believe I got my job back here. Every time I think about it, I catch myself grinning from ear to ear. Aww. We're out of money. Can we do the exchange now? Let's do the separate mass so we can actually have some monies. And we can buy a Kagemaru wallet. A dark blue wallet with Kagemaru embroidered on it. Lovely. Okay, what we got here then? Hello there, welcome to the IBC's main reception desk. You may already be aware of this, but IBC's stock prices have been soaring in response to Crossbell's upcoming independence. You won't soon find a better time to invest your mirror than now. I can promise you that much. Oh. The IBC is in the middle of bringing back a number of projects and services that were transferred over to the Rhineford Group. You won't soon find a better time to invest. That much, it's pretty much the same, wasn't it? Right, so let's speak to Agate first before we speak to the rest of the group, unless they're all tied together. Let's find out. Well, there we go. I'll help, Tita Russell.
So you know, I'd like to look into revamping the overall frame for the next prototype.
I'm still intrigued by wanting to implement the Foundation's latest tech into it.
Yona.
Sounds like it's gonna be a real head-scratcher, but that's half the fun.
We'll likely need the RF and Vern Company's cooperation to draft out the concept.
Absolutely. We plan to hammer out the finer details after the signing ceremony so we can...
That whole conversation's going straight over my head.
I kind of understood it.
I know that younger blonde-haired girl's from the Liberal Kingdom. Didn't realize she's in Crossbell. I don't know the other blonde in the lab coat, though.
Just ask Agate here. And there he is.
Whoa. The hell you doing here, Bannings?
He lives in the city?
Haven't seen you since Shara and that idiot's wedding. Doing well? I know the ink ain't dried yet, but congrats on Crossbell's independence.
Thank you. And thanks again for being such a huge help with everything that went down in Arabonia. We saw each other briefly at the wedding, but nice to meet you. I'm Noel. And I'm Wuzzy. I've heard a little about you from Kevin. Oh. Yeah, I've heard a bit about you guys through the grapevine too. You're rising up the ranks of the CGF, and you're a Dominion. Pleasure. Randolph's not hanging around anywhere, is he? Heard he quit his job at the branch campus. He's here, yeah. He came back to the SSS. You two fought together during the railway gun incident in Ordis, the port city, didn't you? Yeah. You know what he said when he saw me? Guess we redheads gotta stick together. I like the guy. Plus, I owe him one since he was a good instructor to Tita. Ah, your little girlfriend, right? Heard you were like siblings in the beginning, but now not even national borders are enough to keep your hearts apart. What has Kevin said to you? Whoa, really? Legit priest my ass. What the hell kind of BS is he spreading around the church? Oh, Kevin. Just ignore what he said. As for us, we'll be in Crossbell for a few days. See if you can grab Randolph so we can go out for drinks. I'd be up for getting to know you guys in the SSS better. Sounds great. I'll let you know when I'm free. Speaking of which, about...
Hey, Red! I don't remember saying you could slack off.
Oh dear.
Oh, hello there.
Long time no see, Lloyd.
Are we gonna see the flash in her eyes?
Yeah. Long time no see. And,
There she is, Erika Russell.
I thought I made it as clear as your face is stupid, Agate. The only reason I let you come is because Tita is in need of a research assistant. You've got a whole lot of nerve working that jaw with some other group in the middle of a meeting.
Ooh, you can feel the anger in her voice.
What do you expect? I don't know shit about what you're talking about. It'd be one thing if it was like the activation test we started off doing, or you wanted me to do some heavy lifting, but...
Oh my.
No excuses. That's one ding. 2 more and you're on the first flight back to Liberal. And I hope you love the outdoors, because your flight is going to be through my special Crossner catapult. Ha ha ha!
Aw, you know, I was kind of expecting the R4 laugh.
Was that the huge hunk of junk you made me carry all the way over here? Oh, just what is your damage, woman?
Mom, stop! Can't you behave while we're in a whole other country?
Tio, who is she? She's the technical advisor at ZCF, Professor Erika Russell. Professor Albert Russell is her father. And she's just, a little obsessed with her daughter Tita. A little. A little. Just, sure, a little. So, you were discussing plans for the next orbital gear. And this is the 4th generation, you said? Correct. With 3 and EXA now complete, we're more than ready for orbital gear number 4. It's the talk of the whole tech world right now, with the Epstein Foundation, ZCF, RF, and even the Verne Company getting involved. We've only just made our first prototype though, so there's a chance the finished product won't be anything like what we have now. I'll be meeting up with Elisa after the signing ceremony to figure out the next step. The talks are also going to involve how we plan to expand the orbital net too. This is a much bigger deal than I realized. It's a huge deal really. With so many partners to negotiate with, I doubt progress will be smooth. It won't, but I think major changes like Crossbell becoming independent will help inspire even more change. There's no better time than just after a bitter war to research new avenues into a brighter, more peaceful future. Damn right, Tio. That's what I believe, at least. It makes sense to me. Well, here's hoping it all comes together. If you need our help during any part of it, you can come to us. I wouldn't even hesitate. We might be sitting among the continent's next generation of top engineering minds with all their puzzling through. I sure believe they are. That's why I wanted to supervise and give them some input here and there. And also keep an eye on Agate, I imagine. The day has finally come when my peerless princess has left the nest to start up a big venture like this with like-minded friends. I'm not sure whether to be happy about it or wallow in parental loneliness. Oh, Mum, just be happy for me. It won't be easy doing this and attending Thor's, but I'm as determined as anybody to make it work. Besides, I'll have Agate to keep me from getting in the weeds. Right, Agate? I can feel her anger rising off to the right-hand side of the screen. It just... the tension building in the air. You know it. Whatever you need, whenever you need it. I'm always here for you, Tita. The fact they're not showing her off to the right, she's gonna be seething. They really are super close. Though they don't seem to have the innocent friendship Kevin made them out to have. Nope. They make such a perfect couple that it's like it's second nature to them. Maybe they've just gotten closer since he last talked to them. Oh crap. Just you wait, Agate Krosna. You'll never have my stamp of approval. Better watch your back because one of these days, you know, maybe they should just stick to being innocent. Let's pretend we didn't notice anything. The eyes. Sorry about that. Erika's always been this way. She's never gonna let that kid leave the nest, I swear. You get the feeling they've already decided when to hold the signing ceremony. I guess I can check it out on the monitors if it comes down to it. So, same again, righto. My apologies, I just received a call from the Foundation branch out in Reverie. It sounds important, so I should take this. Yes? Yes? From St. Ursula Hospital? Not that I've heard. And she was on her way to an academic conference? That's worrying. I wonder what's going on. Yeah, what's that about? Yes, I haven't heard anything about a service interruption. Which can only mean... yes, this is rather troubling. What's going on there? Ooh, the little things like that, it's just intriguing. Yona! Did you know that both ZCF and the Verne Company now have offices in this building? Professor Russell has been acting as a representative there for ZCF's main office. You don't say. The vibe in this building has changed a lot ever since the Rhineford group reduced their presence. The IBC sure is living up to being international, housing offices for the biggest manufacturers in Calvert and LaBelle. It's pretty sweet the countries are working together again, isn't it? And the more engineers there are in the city, the less pressure on me. I get to mess around. Well, I don't think that was the intention. But it's true, Crossbell has always been a large trade hub. Things are back to normal. With international tensions fading, lots more enterprises from abroad have their eyes on what's happening here again. The same goes for me. I came to Crossbell looking for assistance with the orbital gear. That reminds me. According to the latest report, Looks like there's room for improvement regarding the orbital gear's internal construction. Yeah, I agree. I was thinking that we could up its mobility by tinkering with its energy efficiency. That's what we get for interrupting them during work. This conversation is going at 100 cells per minute, but it's still entertaining to see them in their element. I heard a lot about Professor Russell on the old grapevine. She's pretty famous in the continent's engineering circles. I don't think she would channel all that talent and know-how of hers into being an overbearing mum, too. She can be a real handful when you get her talking about machines and stuff, so I get it. She's just as bad as her mum. Maybe they're like that because they're both descendants of one of the 3 disciples. I guess you could say it runs in the family. That seems to be the same. Righto. Color me intrigued. It's sort of like a bright red. ZCF is as innovative as it's always been. It's gonna be the same. Yep. Righto. Cheetah! That's right. That's what enables such fine control out of it. Not to mention. I find it strange we changed camera angles there, though. Uh-oh. I'm gonna kill you, Red. How dare you sit next to my baby girl like that's just your special spot. Why, is something the matter? You happen to be wearing the most concerned expression for no reason. Am I? Really? You know, I continue to be amazed at how much the next generation of engineers has already accomplished. We're about to enter a new era in politics and in technology. But as far as I can see, my daughter and her peers are as prepared as anyone could ever be to carve their own path in the midst of change. It's kind of wild how sensible she is when she's not being a mama bear. That's what makes her so entertaining. Yeah, I'm with Wesley on this. I'm going to eliminate that filthy, blood-bellied bug buzzing around my precious princess if it's the last thing I do. I hope you're ready for my fly swatter, Agnet Krasner. Okay, let's leave. Let's get away from there. Oh dear, oh dear. Right, so what do we think then? We got the entertainment district, because I'm thinking the admin district should be last. Let's go with the back alley entrance, because that's where we entered from previously. Well, I wanted to come from the opposite side, but fair enough. I didn't know what was going to happen when the IDF tried to occupy Crossbell. Thank goodness for the CPD and CGF. You got us our lives back. Even customers from Calvert are back. I can't remember the last time I felt so free. I'm a little concerned the crime rate might spike back up once Crossbell gets its independence back. But as long as the CPD and CGF are around, things are sure to be A-OK. Indeed. Right, Imelda's. How are we doing in here? Ah, some dolls there. Hello! Got the penguin again there. And we got this mascot here from Tokyo Xanadu. And obviously, Mishy. And the familiar painting. Once again, is that a painting or a picture? I imagine it's meant to be a painting. Maybe. Just looking at the pictures on the wall here. There it is again. Anyway, I expected no less from the SSS. I've made quite the haul. What are you talking about? I invested quite a bit of stock that had bottomed out due to the IDF and their occupation of the marketplace. Things recovered quite quickly after last month's liberation, so I sold it all and made a fortune. Well then, you always were quite the businesswoman, Imelda. To tell the truth, I've never been a big fan of dealing with you. But I'll take what you just said as a compliment. Thanks for putting all of your eggs in our basket. I'm not the only one who's always had their eye on you youngsters. I hope you continue to keep things entertaining for me. I'm counting on you, SSS kids, to keep things lively around here. And don't forget to buy some of my goods from time to time. Yep, same again. Right, what do you
If
got?
you
What do you
ain't
got?
buying, then get out.
I mean, I could get them if I had the money. But I do not. We'll get a Michette ribbon, though.
Come again.
I will. Fairly well. Okay, we've already done you. Let's have a gander up here. Nuit Blanc down there. Okay, let's hit Arkansas. Into the jazz bar. Let's change the music. Jukebox, costs 10 mira. Listen to music. Yes. Ah, hello Lloyd. Out on patrol with a few of your colleagues? You could say that. Forgive my lack of surprise, but Wazzy actually came to visit as a customer just the other day. So venturing back into a little police work while you're in town? You're not thinking of getting back into hosting while you're at it, are you? Sadly, no. I need to make the most of the time with my old pals while I can. But enough about my business, how about yours? Things are looking pretty dead in here. Where's the lunch rush that you mentioned? Wazzy, you want to talk with how empty Trinity used to be in the middle of the day? I wish I could say he's wrong. The back alley's buzzing with excitement over the ceremony, but that doesn't mean people want to be stuck inside drinking all day. I doubt any news I come by will be enough to be of any interest to you until things settle down. That's a fair point. We have a lot going on. I would have sat down and ordered something if I thought you came across something big. Now there's the real pity. You'll be the first to know if I do hear anything, though. Cheers, mate. Ooh, impromptu potato salad. You tried the recommended speciality. Crossbell's upcoming independence is sure to change the power balance in this alley all over again. But you can worry about that after today. Things are still slow for now. What we got? There's the salad. Midnight Fizz. Things were looking grim for a while when those Imperials were holding the city hostage, but everything's finally going back to normal. It's a relief to finally sit back and relax here again. You realize this isn't your home, right, Sandra? The only reason I don't throw you out is for the optics of having at least one customer here. Stop being such a meanie. Indeed. Eric likes to pretend he's the cold-hearted type, but he really is a great guy. He always drapes a blanket over me anytime I fall asleep at the bar. I keep telling him not to do stuff like that because I'll fall for him. But he doesn't listen. Honestly. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, so Barker Mishy. I invited Pim to go out drinking with me as a show of solidarity in the biz. You know, treat him so he can be more fired up to bring in the customers in Mira. Don't think he needs the boost though. He's oozing cool since coming back from the war. I gotta say, I like what I see. Oh. Struggles are what make the man, if you ask me. Reminds me of when I used to throw hands against the Mafia. Indeed. Wait a second. Is that you, Wazzy, the host? That I am. And I remember you dazzling me at my old job, miss. Oh, I only saw you a few times, but you're sweet to remember me. Oh yeah, I forgot Wazzy was a host. It's one of those things you forget until you watch him dial the charm up to 11. It did worry me a bit when I heard you quit so suddenly. New job, I'm guessing? Yes, something more sophisticated, you might say. I'm mainly stationed abroad for it, so I'll likely never have time to resume my old job. Well, that's too bad. You'll be missed, but as long as you're happy. I am. You take care, miss, and try not to indulge in the nightlife too much. Try. I'm so glad I got to bump into you, Wazzy. It's like a little extra dollop of specialness to go with this already special day. That's nice. How about it? Want to swing by and... Oh! The SSS! No need to pay your thanks, guys. I ain't forcing nobody to come with. If I gotta hustle to keep our Erebonian location open, then that's what I gotta do. It's all in the name of business, baby. Don't be shy and come on by if you're feeling lucky. You know, I think I just might. If you're open to giving me a discount. Where's he? To pull in the SSS, hell yeah, I'll cut you a deal. Might even cut the fee altogether if you bring in some of your ladies. In your dreams. Oh dear, Pim. Nuit Blanche's Crossbell location is still open for business if you were curious. I've noticed we've been expanding our customer base big time recently too. We get Calvardians here and there, but now we're even getting customers from even farther out than that. Oh, and this is a little hush-hush, but it looks like revenue from the main one in Ereboni has been dropping. Kind of funny when our location's been booming. Makes me feel like my job's worth putting in the effort. Oh. I planned on returning to the Empire after the signing ceremony, but Arconceal's supposed to have a show tonight. It's even going to be broadcast on the display vehicles around the city. I can always take the last train home. Can wait. Just reading the sign over there, Arconceal now playing in theatres. Arconceal's shows are said to have a different kind of charm compared to that of the Imperial Opera. How could I miss out on a chance to see their star performer live? Indeed, let's head up into Millennium. Make our way through and then speak to the rest. I feel deeply emotional today knowing that with the coming signing ceremony, Crossbell will once again have its independence. As you can imagine, our hotel is brimming with guests who are staying here to witness this historical moment in person. We even have a number of guests who hail from the Calvardian Republic, as a matter of fact. That, more than anything, is a testament to the war truly being over, a fact that brings me no shortage of joy. On a personal note, when my draft papers arrived, I was sadly prepared to give my life for my country, if worst came to worst. My heart truly jumps with joy knowing that I get to continue working at this hotel once again. Oh. Good for you, mate. Right, up we go. It's that purple bit. Ooh. Having Dario join us has taken some of the load off my shoulders, which has been nice. He's been so capable at his job since the beginning that it's honestly a little scary. I know that when I was new here, Aaron chewed me out constantly. I guess it just means I have to go back to the basics and hone them to the point that the new guy doesn't put me to shame. I can't let Dario put me to shame with how good of a job he's doing, especially when I've been working here longer than him. Oh my. No one in that room. Hello. It only took a night to get from Edith in Calvert to Crossbell by train. It was a pretty nice journey, all things considered. I even got to eat a nice meal along the way. For as developed as Crossbell is supposed to be, it seems like there are no movie theatres or racetracks like in Calvert. But that's okay. Arconceal makes for perfectly fine entertainment in its own right. I can't wait to catch a show. Be interesting to see what happens when we get to Calvert then for the entertainment stuff. Who we got in here then? That guy over there is Dario Giscard. Believe it or not, he's the son of the Heimdall Bank president. It might not surprise you to hear this given his background, but Dario has a history of debauchery, to put it lightly. It seems, however, that his father has finally run out of patience for his son's antics. He's been sent here to the hotel to perform menial work until he learns the error of his ways and grows up. As it turns out, for someone with such a sharp tongue, he's quite attentive and keeps busy, so I'm glad to have him around. Dario always does an outstanding job no matter the task. Perhaps his elite upbringing makes him a perfectionist. Now if we can only get his demeanor in line, that's likely going to be the tricky part if I had to guess. Oh indeed. Alright, Dario. Damn it, why does a guy like me have to do such menial labor among these peasants, huh? Can't believe it. How could my own dad do this to me? His beloved son. The nerve. I can't even spend the money I make here how I like. This is torture, I tell you. Torture. Triple dot. There, now the bedding is all fresh and ready to go. How can this dump allow people to sleep on such filthy linens? Have they no shame? He could be really cut out for this work. Mumble, mumble. Now to take out the trash and replenish all the amenities. Huh. I did not expect that to be the outcome for Daria. But, fair enough. Welcome to the Hotel Millennium. If you are looking for an overnight stay, I regret to inform you that our rooms are completely booked for tonight. However, if you need a place to rest and relax during the day, then we'd be more than happy to accommodate and serve you. Knowing that, we hope you'll consider spending this momentous day with us. We look forward to your patronage. All of the staff members who were drafted during the war thankfully made it back to us in one piece. As the manager here, nothing makes me happier than to see all of my employees safe and sound. Lovely. Right, back out we go then. And there's those two, waiting for the next show. Can't believe how well she's able to perform. I'd heard that her injuries were so bad that she might not be able to perform again. I can't even begin to imagine how much work she put in to be able to get back to where she is now. Yeah, that's impressive. Lady Ilia's just amazing. I'll be your fan forever and ever, Lady Ilia. Alright then. It's not a stretch to say that Lady Ilia is the reason we're all here to see today's signing ceremony take place. The SSS is cool and all, but as far as I'm concerned, Lady Ilia's role was critical to making their operation a success. You do know you're saying that to the SSS. Okay. February 14th. Practically made history for Arconceal. You saw it, right? The way Lady Ilia, Risha, Theodore, the way the whole troupe went and performed out of nowhere. I was moved to tears. I can't believe I got to see it live. I'm so happy I live in Crossbell. Tonight's going to be the finalized version of that same show. The dream of a million nights. It's like they just can't stop making history. What more can a fangirl ask for? Oh dear, you two. I almost think someone might pinch me to show me I'm dreaming. It's Mercedes. I truly never thought we could be together in the open like this, Heathcliff. My love, I can assure you that this is no dream. The manner in which you so passionately sought me during the war moved not just me, but our families as well. Don't be silly. They would never change their minds based on that. It was your great bravery as a soldier that helped them to accept us. Both our houses had reason to want you as a feather in their cap after your many accomplishments. I know how those times hurt you so, but I love you too much not to use them to keep you near. Please don't condemn yourself so, my dear Mercedes. My heart has been yours since long ago. And no matter how much time passes, I will always be grateful that you and I fell in love. Oh, Heathcliff, I'm so lucky to have met you. Heathcliff is always there to comfort me when I need him. But I always need him. He must think I do nothing but whine and moan. I must learn to do as much for him as he does for me. It pains me to see you in such low spirits on a day of celebration. Why don't we take a tour of the city until the dream of a million nights begins? Indeed. I've already spoken to Martin. Who else? Is anybody else? Ha ha ha! Tourist! Wait, I've spoken to you? When? Their latest limited time flavor is so addicting. I've got to have it for one of my 3 scoops. I haven't spoken to him. Why did he have a grade? To celebrate Arconceal's big comeback, we're offering new limited time flavors packed with deliciousness. We've got mango sorbet inspired by Ilia's image as the Sun Princess, peach sorbet inspired by Risha's image as the Moon Princess, and a star-shaped Ramoon confectionery made from lingonberries to celebrate the Star Princess's homeland of North Ambria. And by their powers combined, they make the Cosmic Cluster ice cream. If you love Arconceal, this combo's the way to go. Oh. By combining the flavors inspired... Oh, I should have read that one. By combining the flavors inspired by Arconceal's princesses, you get the Cosmic Cluster ice cream. Ilia already gave it the big thumbs up, so get yourselves some scoops. Okay, let's get a scoop at least. There we go. Right. Hey there, wanna play? Today's the big day. Getting your casino fix in is great, but make sure you don't miss out on the signing ceremony. Today's the big day. Right, so we've spoke to everyone here now, have we not? That's good. Into the casino. Oh, into the casino. This sucks. We're supposed to celebrate us winning independence today, but all I'm doing is taking one loss after another like a chump. I still think I've got a lucky streak in me and can win it all back, or go completely bankrupt trying. Man, what am I gonna do? Oh dear. It won't be long before the eternal struggle over Crossbell's ownership finally comes to an end. In the end, the winner won't be Erika or Calvert, it'll be us, Crossbellans, the people. That said, anything can happen in life just as it can on the roulette table. One can never be too cautious. My apologies. I shouldn't be so foreboding on such an auspicious day. Could I interest you in a game? I can promise it will be a fun way to celebrate the occasion. Could I interest you in a game? Celebrate the occasion. Though I must warn you that I take no responsibility should fortune not smile upon you. Uh-huh. Welcome to Barker Casino. Today is a big day for Crossbell. I want to do everything I can to make sure our customers leave happy. So stay a while, play some games, and trade in those mountains of tokens you're going to win for some of our fabulous prizes. Today's a big day for Crossbell. Fabulous prizes. So what can we get here? A Mishy coin? Ooh, we can get some droplets here. That's cool. 16,000 for a Passionate Rouge. And we have that many tokens we could get. We'd need quite a bit. It would be easy to just buy them, wouldn't it? It really would, unless we can win big. Which could happen. I have fun at Calvarian casinos too, but there are always too many familiar faces in the crowd back home. It tends to spoil the fun somewhat. That's why I come to Crossbell when I want some good old-fashioned gambling with no strings attached. I'm sure Drake and Galetti have had their fair share of troubles over the last couple of years, but they seem to be doing well for themselves. It's been so long since I was last here that I can't help but feel excited and get just a teensy bit carried away with my betting. Which is exactly what they want. Well then, how about a game of blackjack or poker? I must say it brings me no shortage of joy to see Erika Russell back at my table. She was once one of my regulars. Her skills as a gambler seem no worse for wear for all the time that's passed either. It's truly remarkable. Erika Russell's skill as a gambler seem no worse for wear for all the time she's been absent from here. It's truly remarkable. Would you like to have a seat and test your luck as well? I can't think of a better way to celebrate such a historic day. We'll leave. And actually get a few tokens. That's not what I want. I want tokens! Tokens! Not trade. Exchange. Go with 200. I'm gonna have a little game here. Blackjack. Welcome to the blackjack table. Start. Please place your bet. Here are your cards. Ooh, oh, straight away 21. We don't need to do anything else. Yes, blackjack. We did it. The pot will be even bigger if you continue playing. Are you in? No. I've already won. Here are your winnings. We did it! We look forward to your next visit. See, I know how to play blackjack. You know, I'm just so good that happens. There is a jukebox. It costs 10 mira. Yes, the music we're familiar with. So who we got up here then? I stopped coming to the casino once I lost my magic touch with the slot machines. Today is a special occasion though. Can't think of anywhere I'd rather celebrate my newfound Crossbellan freedom than here. So here I am. I slipped out of the old ball and chain and finally came home where I belong. I couldn't be happier. Today's a special occasion. Oh wait, that was new. Today is a special occasion. I can't think of anywhere I'd rather celebrate my newfound Crossbellan freedom than here. If only my wife were as easy to earn freedom from as Erika and Calvert, All my winnings are hers since she made an exception today. Oh dear. I got conscripted into the war last year, but luckily made it back with my slot's arm still in one piece. Thank Adios for that one, am I right? One of the only good things about being forced to join the army was my stipend. I'm still burning through it as we speak. Dang, it's really good to see Rick again. Feels like it's been forever. He's the same Gehenna Razor he always was. I think some of that rubbed off on me. Oh dear, oh dear. My, what an exquisite gambling hall. Their wines and spirits are simply sublime. There's nothing quite like indulging in drinks and loosening up before a few games. Oh, indeed. Yes, quite. Afternoon, SSS. On duty, I take it? I suppose a drink is out of the question, but I could mix you a virgin cocktail if you'd like. Oh yeah? I don't think I've ever had a non-alcoholic cocktail now that I think about it. They have their fans, but they're not for me. What's the point if my beverage doesn't have a little extra kick to it? Wait, were you lying every time you said you were only drinking virgin cocktails? What about that time you said, "Ma'am, this is juice"? I think that's past the statute of limitations at this point. Anyway, maybe we'll come back once we're off duty, Drake. You're more than welcome to. Of course, I'd be more than happy to serve you if you choose to only come back with a date. Oh, now there's a fun thought. Just who might Lloyd bring with him to share some drinks while the rest of us aren't looking? That's a good question. Would you two stay focused? We should be getting back to our patrol. Between you and me, Randy can't quite seem to seal the deal with Mirai. Was it Mirai? I forgot how to say her name. Whenever the two of them come here to drink together, the sparks never fly the way you would hope. I suggest you don't repeat your friend's mistakes if you also bring a lady here, Lloyd. Understood? Sure, I'll try to be careful of that. Or maybe Barker isn't the best date spot if Drake is going to tell secrets like that. Seems the same again. Apart from that little bit on the end. Okay, so what I'm actually going to do is end this part here. And in the next part, we'll go to Arkansas and then the admin district. And then I think we should be done with the rounds, unless we could go to Orcus Tower. But we'd have to go to the admin district to get there. So, anyway, we'll see you in the next part. Ta-da, for now.